Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and just before we get back to LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga and do Episode 2, I want to bring people's attention to something you may not notice, and that is, at certain points in these videos, it may go quiet for 30 seconds. That's quite frankly because the lovely music here that you're listening to, this iconic Star Wars music, gets claimed by a lot of people, and whether they actually have the rights to it or not, is, they probably don't. But they can claim it through the YouTube Content ID system. Now, I could do what I just did here, and just take a second to think about playing Star Wars, or me reviewing Lego Star Wars, with no music on. This experience. Which doesn't even matter because it goes to the cutscene and starts playing the music there. So, uh, even in this game, when the music is somewhat repetitive, I cannot do a full review of a game if I'm not reviewing both the audio and the visual aspects of it. And that is fair use. That is review, critique, that is news reporting, and that's what I do. So all of it is fair use. Legally, I'm entitled to it, but actually getting the defense funds to sue somebody uh, for that, because they're claiming things and trying to get ad revenue on my videos, my hard work, is not realistic. So instead, YouTube allows you to just not deal with these people who are taking advantage of the system, and you can then uh, instead just remove portions of it. And hopefully you won't notice, but I figured I'd mention this. While I'm mentioning things, here is one thing you can do in this area before we start episode 2, which I should just start episode 2. Every single bit of music in the Mos Eisley Cantina, every single bit in the cutscenes, all of it is potentially claimed by somebody. And I should have known that was going to happen, really, because who wouldn't? If you are an unreputable person, of course you would claim you own Star Wars above anything else. There we go. So you can bowl the cups, set them up like pins, come over here, get some more things. There's a whole bunch of stuff you can do in the Mos Eisley Cantina if you just need items. You can also do a lot of destruction on stuff to get studs. Not really necessary though, because once we start getting those duplication, those ×2 ×4 red power bricks, we will be set on studs. Now, it is important, since I started the game over, exited out and came back, that you will have to turn on your red power brick detector, little disco lights. And it also is the reason why we are back to the first 2 characters that we played as. But that's enough talking. We're going to do Bounty Hunter Pursuit, and maybe we'll get a Bounty Hunter. Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. These scenes get claimed, this music in particular. Bounty Hunter Pursuit. Because there's no sound effects going on in the middle of this. This is clean for audio that can be automatically detected. It is a whole nightmare being a YouTuber, but then the only way to get around that would be to make your own website and put the videos on that, which would be a much bigger nightmare as far as costs and trying to get eyes to actually see those videos. But that's the last I will say with this. Oh, this might be another vehicle level. we're gonna start off on a vehicle level, maybe. So this is Padme, and she's being attacked by worms. The fact that I am certain I haven't watched episode 2. So we're starting off weak now with a flying car level. This is completely different interactions than the pod racing. You are controlling yourself, but as you can probably tell, there's a lot of just invisible walls. You can constantly be tapping on the X button to shoot lasers from this car, which I don't know what happened in the movie if this scene even occurred, but why would the car be equipped with lasers? There are these traffic lights and advertisements that are floating around. Notice that that one there said 10 of 10, and this is a torpedo refiller, and you can get 3 torpedoes to follow you, and they will home in with the B button. Of course, I don't particularly want to use them for just things you can shoot with your regular shot. There are specific items that you use the torpedoes on for. That looks like something you could hit, but it's not. Here is a gate that needs a different style class of car to get in here. So far in this level, there's just kind of things in the edges of the level. Here's something shooting at me. You see a numbering system with 2 of 5. If I get all 5 of those items, I will get a model kit piece. Not a huge important thing I get it now, but if I can get it while I'm doing that. Notice that one said 2 of 10. If I get 2 of 10 of that color font, I will get a different model kit piece. So it starts to overlap, or it's not always a model kit piece, it might be a red brick or something, but as you can see, there's no bad guys in this level. Instead of being completely overwhelmed with just a non-stop level number of droids that we've seen in many of the minifig levels in episode 1, now we are just wandering through an area for no real reason. So I'm flying around here just trying to see everything I can hit. It looks like you'd be able to get on top of that building and hit some of those things, but you really can't right now. So you can only have 3, but 3 torpedoes. Maybe some of the other ships allow you to have slightly more than 3, maybe you get up to 5, but not much more. So you go over that platform, and so we've hit about the 4th or 5th thing that's actually even shooting at us in this entire level. It's just wandering around. It's supposed to be a chase, I suppose, but we've long since passed, or the guy we were chasing is long since gone. And he wasn't in our sight enough. There, we got 1 model kit. We'll throw a torpedo at that. Throw that torpedo at that. And just another model get these, I believe. So another one is? Nope. Seems like I cannot blow that thing up. So, where are we going? It's just kind of, I think you just go this way. Yeah, you just go this way into this tunnel. And that's the next level, and you're chasing this guy. All that time you wasted didn't seem to matter. So that section was pretty bad, but let's see, now I'm just stuck. This section takes it to a different perspective. You have to fly over these two light things, which is kind of hard to do, as you can see, because you can't make very tight circles. And once you fly over that, you have an infinite torpedo here that you can use against all these guys. Apparently I got a model kit for that. You have to blow up, I think, all of these with torpedoes. I don't think you can hit them with just your bolt. That is pretty typical. You'll have some things that can't be hit with bolts, some things that can. Now I saw the green arrow there pointing towards a collectible. How can I get to that? It must be somewhere here. I'm trying my best here to look over here, see if I can take out all these sections. Here's a whole different section that you'll have to play in free play mode. Playing these smaller sections in free play mode is even worse than usual. Alright, so I have to shoot all of these, I think, in enough time before they go out. Yeah. If I want the red power brick, which I do, so I can hit A, one of the buttons. It's like, if you double tap A, you will spin around. But this is not working very well, so come on, get that one. Come on, hit that last one. Am I supposed to hit the balloon, or am I supposed to hit this last? There we go. Got that power brick. So sometimes the arrows point you to the item you need to interact with to get the power brick, and not actually where the power brick is. Now the real question is, what is that pointing at? Because I don't have any other detectors unlocked. So that must be just pointing towards the guy we are technically supposed to be running after. And sure, if you were following the story and not playing this like a video game, you would just be chasing after him full-heartedly, but there's so much demand in this game for collectibles. So much collectibles the game kind of demands you to collect. I suppose you could just play it in story mode and not collect anything, but I wouldn't feel good about that. I wouldn't feel like I'd had a complete Lego experience if I simply played the story mode and nothing else. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else here. There's no speed up here. I can do a couple of... I think I can do a sideways spin and a... Oh yeah, let's go pick this up. Oh, I have to actually fly at that thing. Ooh, that is difficult. So I may have unlocked a couple others of other collectibles and not even touched them to pick them up. So I assume this is just a populated city. There was a Star Wars game that they were working on that was going to be set on a very densely populated planet, and it was gonna have multiple floors, and the entire game was just gonna take place on like one floor of this huge planet that was densely populated. And unfortunately, something about the game company or something else took it off the table. I think maybe the new Star Wars movie it didn't fit within Disney's plans for the release of the Star Wars movie, or maybe the game wasn't going very well. I think it was supposed to be kind of like a spiritual successor to Knights of the Old Republic, which is a name I've heard a lot, but I haven't played that game. Or I think they had a sequel. The only other Star Wars game I've ever played is actually The Force Unleashed, and personally, as a person who's not really a big Star Wars fan, I felt that The Force Unleashed really introduced something new to the concept and knocked up the concept quite a bit that I think it kind of needs, because while the Force was supposed to be like a really cool power when it first came out in the 80s, the way it was depicted with that technology really pales in comparison to a lot of movies and thoughts that have built off those concepts. So introducing the thought that really we didn't even start to see how powerful Jedis and Sith could be, which was the concept of The Force Unleashed, introduces something. And now the movie is called The Force Awakens, and wouldn't that be something if we saw some more things, really more powerful things. So I have to now hit both the 6 in the front, which was easy peasy, and the 6 in the back. And I can't turn around, so the best I can kind of do is inch my way to these guys till it locks on, because they have to be on the screen, and after it locks on I can release it. I can't be facing in the general direction of them. Like this probably won't hit. This will, that will. And some of the torpedoes do like to do a full circle around their target before they hit, which is just making it longer for no real reason. So after those 4 scenes, we are now stuck in a battle. Let's take a moment to just run forward, just in case we will actually defeat them. I already have them down to 2 hearts. We've already gotten the red brick from this level. There's no real other things we need to get, but it would be nice if we got a few more mini kits. We have gotten actually quite a lot. Seems like this is the end of the line though. Seems like it's just a big open area to fight. So that's not Boba Fett, that's some other bounty hunter. I don't know who it is even. And they get killed by Boba Fett. I really didn't know that was gonna happen. Stud magnet, great one to get. So we'll go ahead and unlock that. So now we have Anakin's speeder and Anakin's pod racer, not super useful to have either one of that. The only gates that I recall are in this game are things that you have to be on the Empire's side. Ships for the bad guys. And we won't get a ship for the bad guys in a while. And we got a lot of mini studs. It's pretty obvious that once we get there. I'm definitely questioning whether I'm going to get to 160 as far as gold studs and how much of that is going to be done on footage of me actually playing and recording, because I don't know. I just don't know. I mean, I have other Lego games I could be playing, and the concept does appeal to me to save some time and energy and just end this series after I've done story mode. But I don't feel like that's really, like I said, a legitimate way to play this game. So I need 100,000 studs. I have 69,000 before I can get the stud magnet. It almost makes no sense to even get that. What we really need is the coin, the stud doubler first. But we'll see what happens. Anywho, that's gonna be it for this recording. We will start. We started off weak with the flying mission. I don't think there's more than one flying mission in each episode, however, so we'll probably not see any more. If we do, that's gonna be a little bit sucky. We will do the discovery on Camino next time. That's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps me out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it and make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.